Hi, you all. Welcome. Today, I'm going to be doing a twin flame reading. Okay, so let's get into it here. Okay, let's see what's going on with your twin flame. We have enlightenment that's popping up here. Okay, so you and your twin flame are getting some form of enlightenment. There's some type of illumination going on here. Over energy is insight. Yeah, I'm not sure what the insight is about, but let's see. Let's get into it here. Hmm. This could be you're receiving some enlightenment about somebody or about the chakras, um, about like higher dimensions, higher vibrations, higher frequencies. I feel like this is connected to source. Okay, whatever this enlightenment is. We have soul journey. Yeah, this has a lot to do with like a vibration of frequency and energy coming in and what is doing. Okay, like what is doing, what does that mean? We also have 43, which is numbers of divine feminine, divine masculine being 4, divine feminine being 3. This is a very peculiar one. Okay, also too, this is like, everybody thinks that we're talking about somebody, but it's not somebody, it's an energy. Okay, it's an energy here. It's not jail, prison, it's not court, anything like that. It's more of like a manual. Okay, Emmanuel could be significant here, but again, not people. It's a manual. It's a manual script. I think I'm gonna read what enlightenment is. Okay, because I feel like we're gonna read. Okay, so I'm gonna read what's highlighted because it's in blue. Okay, and both of these cards are blue. So you have enlightenment here. Evolution is guaranteed. Your body and mind are adjusting and adapting to your new and loving soul's perspective. This is a confirmation, yes. And the unbalanced memory recreates a trauma every time it is talked about or remembered. Okay, so I feel like you and your twin flame find something out about a vibration and or frequency, like how a vibration and or frequency is not supposed to be there. This is quite interesting. I think I know what this is going. Okay, this is about refining and re and putting new instructions to a vibration and or frequency energy that is has not been worked upon. Okay. Okay, so let's see what this is. Let's get a little more information here. Ooh, King of Pentacles fell off the table. Hold on. Okay, the King of Pentacles fell off the table. So I feel like Divine Masculine, you're saying that you want to talk about the Emperor side, not the King of Pentacles. Okay. Look at that. Wow. The Emperor came out. It did. Yeah, it did. The Emperor came out. You don't want to talk about the King of Pentacles. You want to talk about the divine. Okay. Like you're doing it. Okay. Over at energy, you have the Eight of Cups here. Okay. You're doing the work. You're doing the work. Okay. Huh. Okay. So I see like energies outside of the solar system and the divine that's talking to you. We have the Knight of Cups energy here. Over in energy, we have the Ten of Wands here. This is the instructions. This is also divine feminine here. Instructions is coming in for you both. We have the Wheel of Fortune and the Eight of Pentacles here. So I'm not really sure what the Eight of Pentacles is. It's mastery. Eight of Swords is here too as well. Something's wrong. Yeah, something's wrong with the Eight of Pentacles here. Like things is moving forward, right? But it's too pentacle light. It's too physical. It's not spiritual. Okay, Eight of Swords is here. And Spirit is like, okay, yes, all right. So this is a twin flames mission. This is you and your twin flames mission here. Okay. We have the Hangman here. Looking at things from different perspective. This is you and your divine feminine. Okay. Gaining insights here about the frequency, what is not supposed to be there. I feel like this is more about not. So don't watch a person, don't watch the object, watch the energies. And the energies that are attached to certain energies here. Energies, this energy, this frequency, that is vibration that's attached to objects, okay? Multidimensional, things like that, right? Like if you owe people money here, it's like I'm looking at your record, and like the money that was supposed to be paid to me, where did it go? Okay, like stuff like that. Okay, but this is why I said this is not about jail or prison or court or anything like that. No one's going there. It's more of like it's not an investigation. Someone's in my energy. They're tapping into my energy. They're trying to block me. They're trying to block me. They're trying to block me from finding out the truth. From you and this person finding out the truth here. But the truth is that there's an energy that is not supposed to be attached to the Eight of Pentacles here. It's stuck because if something's supposed to be spiritual, why is this spiritual energy attached to everything that's physical? Like, what, aren't you supposed to be as above, so below? Like, that's kind of confusing. And I think there's a sense that there's somebody else operating this energy. But Spirit wants you to look past the person and wants you to focus on the energy because this energy is stronger than the person. Okay, tell me more about this energy here. So you and Divine Feminine receives a manual script. You and Divine Feminine receives a script, okay, like instructions. And these instructions is explaining like what's going on here, telling you that, hey, a person in our situation is blah, 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 blah. Things is physical, okay? It's not supposed to be physical, okay? Crossing his energy is the Seven of Pentacles here. So we start researching, we start investing, and we find out that someone has been operating in the physical realm way too much. Over energy, you have the Ten of Wands here, and the Ten of Wands was the nine of the over energy for the Knight of Cups here. So tell me more about the Eight of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is here. Over energy, we have the Strength card here. I feel like this is it. Okay? I feel like this is it here. Six of Pentacles, Eight of Cups here, and the King of Swords here. We found the person. So divine for masculine, okay? Divine feminine. You and divine feminine receives a script, and divine masculine is the one that's helping, you know, divine feminine bring this instructions in. Okay, there's like this power play going on here, right? So divine feminine, you are receiving the messages, where divine masculine is, they're not in this enlightenment energy, but they're in this you tell me what to do and I'll do it for you. Okay, you both find out that someone has been operating in this reciprocity energy here, in a sense where they're not looking out for example, the collective. They're only looking out for themselves. Okay, so you, divine feminine, whatever you have been tapping into, okay, whatever you tapped into, whatever spirit has told you with this enlightenment or this insight, is for you to come in and to say, hey, the same exact way how somebody manifested the physical realm is the same exact way you're going to come in, but you're going to be more spiritual about it. And that's what you and divine masculine is going to do here. The catch is divine masculine has no involvement in this energy though. And that's what's crazy, because this is supposed to be a twin flame energy. This is supposed to be a twin flame connection here. So why is the divine masculine a part of it? I feel like this is somebody that has father issues. Okay, somebody has like masculine problem issues. Okay, and divine feminine, you are taking up the whole segment. You are taking up the whole spot. And divine masculine is there, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, oh, I know you about association, I know you about affiliation, but I know that as soon as a man walks inside of the room here, oh my fucking God. Like it is like the 4th of fucking July, every minute, every second, every hour. Like someone cannot be around a man or a masculine energy. It is absolutely unequivocally like all types of bullshit. Like you cannot calm this person down. Okay, it's like like an atom, an electron that is super fucking exciting. It's like I cannot contain this energy. Okay, and divine feminine, you come in like I said in the spiritual realm here. You're seeing things in the physical realm here, and you see that there's an operation, a system. Wheel of Fortune came in. Whoever you talked to, whatever your enlightenment was, whatever you food for thought, whatever you this was here, because it came from the not just like the ozone layer but the surroundings of earth and further and whatever it did was the Fibonacci sequence. Okay, you were told, okay, to go in and refine the energy in the spiritual way rather than in the physical realm. Okay, because I don't know what's going on with this person with their daddy issues, but they really do, they can't see your divine masculine on like they are not healthy. But it's crazy because this is somebody, it's literally like, you know, somebody who lost a father or somebody, the father's not in the picture. So they created like, you know, welfare, for example, welfare, right? The man is not in the picture. So she goes on welfare, and now welfare is an extension or a manifestation of what your man should be providing. Like, this is how much your man should be providing. This is how much you should be having in a household, etc., etc. Okay, and this is what that is. So, divine feminine, you come in with this enlightenment saying, like, hey, you are no longer obedient to this energy here. Or you can find your twin flame. You guys can be on this purpose energy where you're not bound to the physical form, to the systematic energy here, where you have daddy issues. Okay, maybe this is the reason why there's not a lot of men on this planet, because the feminine, you know, whoever did what they did here, they was like, I can't be around men. I can't do that. I'm gonna be around like females. Or my man is not in the picture, divine mass is not in the picture, so I'm gonna create a system where like it's welfare. Okay. Obviously this is not just welfare, but that's what that is. That's why there's no jail or prison. Because if this is like, you know, if you owe people money or whatever, they're like, okay, well, the father's not in the picture. I see this is what you have to do, what you have to do. Okay. So now we're going to be spiritual with you here. We're going to like jump through hoops and stuff like that. And we're going to tell you on a spiritual level, hey, this is what's going on. And obviously it gets done. Okay. Um, Future outcome for this energy, I feel like, you know, this is just people. I feel like the future outcome for this energy is just that people in the energy realize, they wake up and they're like, listen, I shouldn't be scared of divine masculine anymore. Like, I need to, you know, I'm aware that divine masculine's waking up. I mean, divine masculine's there. I'm aware that divine masculine's energy is there. And I'm just not going to be afraid of when my father comes back in my life, or when daddy comes back in the picture, when divine masculine comes back in the picture, or this particular divine masculine comes back in the picture. I'm not going to be afraid. I'm just, you know, we no longer need to be afraid. We no longer need to live in a lower frequency. We know that divine masculine is there, and that's that. And divine masculine will come in, and when they're there to help, that's it. You know, like I mean, honestly, as I want to say, as sad as it is, it's so simple that, like, you know, do not get scared when divine masculine shows up. Like, don't be afraid. You know, like, he's not gonna hit you. He's not gonna hit you. He's not gonna offend you. He's your dad. That is your future husband. That is your friend. That is your good fellowship. Like, that's not, you know, you don't need to manifestate. You don't need to be the man in the energy all the time. When you do have that energy, just to dumb it down, to simplify it, when a man pops up, you don't have to be overly masculine. Okay, he's there. And if he's not providing, then go find somebody else who can provide. That's a soulmate energy, right? But the divine masculine, the divine energy, period, would be like, okay, well, you're doing the most. You're doing what I'm supposed to be doing, X, Y, and Z. Okay. Now, if somebody's like, oh, I can't do that, then go find somebody else or wait for that person to go do the work if they're willing to do the work. Okay. That's just pretty abundantly clear. Okay. But whatever that's going on in the on this planet, it's a lot of manifestations of being scared or not. I'm gonna say being scared of divine masculine. Okay, because you're manifesting way too much as if divine masculine's not in the room, and he's definitely there, and he's showing up with divine feminine, willing to work it out, willing to do there, willing to. You come into a whole situation, divine feminine, and then boom, like what? He's definitely there. He's definitely there. And you need to stop creating a system, creating the world as if like the man is not there. Okay. Especially because divine masculine is showing up. I'm willing to be here. I'm willing to work. They just scared when I pop up, when I show up, or whatever it is here. Divine feminine, I don't know what you heard, what you saw when you received this enlightenment or whatever your insight is, but you are there to put spiritual energy, spirituality in every single last one of these pentacles here. So elevate the collective here and say, hey, you can go find your counterpart here. Your counterpart and you have a soul mission on in a sense of vibration, frequency, energy. The system that we created is not like people say. The system that we created is not for us to wake up all day, all the time, and go to work and go provide for individuals, right? I know that's charity work, but there is more to vibration, frequency, energy than just charity work, okay? What about singularity? What about, you know, what about singularity? What about the shades? What about quality? What about quantity, right? There's too much charity. There's too much of a whole, and now we need to focus on like what makes a person a person. What is the insight? What is it? Not about when, not about how, it's what. It's about singularity. What is there? The universe is pitch fucking black. What is in the dark? What is going on? Okay. And the system, us going to work or us doing this here and be making things extremely material is not the what. We're not getting our answers answered. We're not getting our questions answered. Okay. If we just keep going to work, we're just working and doing things and like being dumbed down and not like asking questions. Okay. So everything that divine feminine that you came in contact with, this enlightenment, was meant for you to put spirituality on every pentacles. Every pentacles is literally like a what? What is this? What is this car for? What is this mechanic? What is technology? Like asking those kind of questions are so bizarre. We know what technology is used for, but for it to be on in a from a spiritual perspective, what is technology? What the fuck you mean what is technology? Everybody knows that technology is used for cars and that's an industry thing, that's a charity thing, but what is it? Like literally. Where did it came from? Where did it come from? So how do we know how to do all that? It's not about the how or what. It's not about the how or when. Like I said, it's about the what. What is it? And asking yourself, what is a child? What is technology? What is air? There's science to back it up here, but from a spiritual perspective, it's quite bizarre. It's quite void like. Like it is something, and once you answer that, once you figure that out, that's when everything is gonna make sense. And the reason is because you're scared of a man. You're scared of your twin flame. You're scared of your father. You're scared of this and that and third. He's there. Okay. It's divine masculine. That's why when I was channeling, King of Pentacles was like, yeah, I'm not coming. King of Pentacles fell on the floor. I said, wow, that's strange. King of Pentacles fell right on the fucking floor. And I said, oh, I don't think the divine masculine wants to be acknowledged as the King of Pentacles. I think he wants to be acknowledged as the Emperor energy. Emperor popped right out. He's like, yeah, I'm here. Okay, this is a good man. This is a good woman. This is the divine masculine energy. But when you hit higher vibrations and no frequencies, this is a good man. And the higher you are, depending on how complex your energy, your destiny is, sometimes it's a woman. And we have Amazon women. Okay, so this is a good man. But what's in the shadow is divine masculine. Okay, so this is up to you, divine feminines. Okay, this is up to you here. Okay, and you don't listen because on my journey, let me tell you something. On my journey here, they be like, oh, you know what? Everything's good. I mean, like, shut up, chick. Shut up. Okay, like okay. If the man is not doing right, because the divine masculine here, it's really black and white. Okay, it's really black and white at this point because energy makes it really black and white. That shit gonna hurt, or either that shit gonna make you happy. It is abundantly black and white. Okay, so if this man is not doing what he's supposed to be doing, he's not gonna sit up there and argue with you. Okay, you should not be sitting up there arguing with him, right? Because that right there is an energy charge. I don't want an energy charge. I want a frequency. I want a vibration. Okay, you're gonna do it or not, and we can see what makes it. You over here talking about energy. Okay, we're both energy. You're meaning abundantly. Okay, but now you're going back and forth. No. That's it. That's it. You either work it out or that's it. Okay, everybody should be doing this. It is the most basic things. It's like it's the most basic thing to do when a child comes out of the fucking body. Make sure that child can breathe. Okay, yes or no, left or right. Okay, that is what the humans on this planet was born into. Us breathing and us having left and right. We have left and right eyeballs. Okay, left or right. It is basic. It is a manual. And divine feminines, those of you who are enlightened or are very insight, you know this. Yes or no? Now, a lot of people on this planet like to be in this energy charge here, and it gets confusing. It's confusing because there's a lot of energy charges. Like it's the energy charges, right? If you look at things from a spiritual standpoint here, like Nikola Tesla, if you want to understand the universe, you need to understand the universe and vibration, frequency, and energy, literally. Okay, it's like Neo when he was seeing all of numbers, literally. You don't see that shit. You don't see somehow how much somebody's angry until you somebody express themselves or they face get screwed up. But if you see the energy, like if you put night vision, red vision, you see that somebody getting hot, getting hot. They getting hot. Okay. See, like that motherfucker is using a lot of heat. Okay. He must be angry. He must be hot. Something wrong. Okay. Like something wrong. Okay. But anywho's. Yeah, the light beings is also saying like from a higher vibration, a higher frequency. They're saying nothing's wrong, okay? But at the end of the day, things is too physical. Okay, you're focusing on too much physicality here, not the spiritual side. And I'm just dark matter, dark energy, and there's nothing to be scared of. Okay, like I'm aggressive, but it's the same thing how you're experiencing air and shit like that. But I'm aggressive. I'm a man. I'm a divine masculine energy. What the fuck do you think I am? You think I grown? Like, come on, man. I'm my own person. Just like air, the sun is their own person. We all, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, but it is because divine masculine is not there, and too many people in the energy are creating this reality, this illusion of as if divine masculine is not there, and he's obviously right there. Okay, dark matter, dark energy. Like, bitch, I'm right here. Okay, so if you bring more spirituality into it, you'll see that dark matter is right there. And he probably gonna look mad, just like when your man is mad when you're doing something stupid, you know? Like, you know, but listen, the way how I'm explaining this is so it's a frequency, okay? And certain vibrations and or frequencies are not exactly, especially because you and divine masculine are on this path where there's an energy that is not refined, okay? So things is gonna look very weird and interesting and feel interesting, okay? So this is why this is a higher level of commitment for higher vibrational people, okay? For higher vibrational energies, frequencies, and vibrations. A soulmate cannot come across this energy because they would fucking black out. They would get scared and run away and hide in a corner, probably suicide. Okay? It is too much for that person to handle. Okay? It's like Davina, right? From Vampire Diaries. She could not handle that much power. She had to put it somewhere. Okay? She had to put it somewhere. She cannot handle that much power. You know, some people could trick you out of your energy, but this is not about you. Okay? Let's get an exit card for this energy. I like this one. This was a really nice one. I like this one. Shows that you and Divine Masculine has done the work. And also shows that you know, Divine Feminine, you have a really big mission. And when people come out and they like, oh, this is Divine Masculine, You're guiding people to not be scared of divine masculine, to not be scared of this, you know, emperor energy, because when you need help, they're there with you. Like, you probably had sex with them, you probably had kids with them, you probably converse with them, like they are on your path. So it's not like you're like, oh, okay. And now the world would be in this energy of union, right? Like, oh, I have a man, I have a girl, I have this, I have, it's a union energy, right? Now people can ascend and look at things from different vibrational. We can read energy now, vibration, frequency, right? This is already at play. Okay, this is already going on in the vibration and the energy. Okay, can I get an exit card for this energy? We have grounding. Okay, so this energy, like I said, this is a confirmation that the energy is already happening. Over energy, have authentic truth here, and we have divine feminine right behind that, and we have you are the universe. The universe has been also setting you up for this path here. This is not something that, you wake up one day and you're like, oh yeah, Phineas, I know what we're gonna do today. This is something that was taught to you. Like, you had to install this energy into you, like there's something like that going on here. Okay, with this energy here, this is also highlighting earth here. This is about your insight too as well. You're going to be receiving insight about the legacy of Earth. Okay, the legacy of the people, places, and things on this planet, and how that's connected to your insight. Okay, so this right here is the anchor to another world. Okay, this is the anchor to, this is an elevation. This is a great sign that things are grounding, and that some people in the collective have awakened, and they're about to go to this another world, another vibration, another frequency. Okay, this is a great energy. Now, yeah, that's it. I was gonna say more, but like, yeah, that's it. We have authentic truth, divine feminine, you are the universe, and we have sensitivity here. Spirit is still talking to you. Spirit also wants to check in with you too as well, to see if you are feeling well, if everything's okay with you. Divine Mass is gonna pop up. You guys are gonna continue to do your spiritual work here, and I feel like you don't need to do anything else until there's another mission here. But it could be the other mission, probably obviously be like maybe you preparing people for this another life or this another world, or just becoming more spiritual, being an essence of, I don't know, but that's between you and your insight. Okay, you with your twin flame here. And some people, twin flames is about like helping the collective grow, or having children, being an influence. Okay, or this could be, I don't know, like both of them becoming teachers. Twin flames, I feel like, is a very, obviously influential, but it is a very specific activation. I said that so loud. It is a specific activation in the universe telling people, or telling the collective, a specific message. Does that make sense? Like, it's a very specific message for a non-systematic energy, right? It's like a conversation that these twin flames is having with the collective. And I feel like as long as I've been on a twin flame journey, well, doing readings and stuff like that, as long as I as long as I've been on the twin flame, because I do read for twin flames. I do find that when I do look at twin flame readings, I'm like, I read exactly like that. So I was like, yeah, so I started like, maybe there's something to it. But anyways, the I find that like these twin flame readings, the twin flame energy is a very specific message for the collective, and it's a non-systematic energy. It kind of reminds me of like heaven, like how they describe heaven here. There's not a system. In the Bible, they explain the system because of God, right? But it's like little white orbs that's just doing random things here. But like, obviously there's a spiritual warfare, okay, no matter where you go. And then there's like the void, right? But it's a spiritual warfare, obviously, because it's creation. And it's going to go from a spiritual warfare to like us just being like spiritual, right? So I like, but this particularly is about elevating and making sure things is not as physical, and making sure that people are aware that divine masculine is there. Do not be scared. And that's how that's gonna go. Okay. So that is all that I have for you. I hope you all enjoy. Remember to like, subscribe, what you share. Look in the description box, so I'll see that's all of you. And until then, I will see you all next time. Bye.